Philippe, can you give us an update on your squad, please? Who's available, who's not?
Tom Lawrence and John Suter will be available. We need to see tomorrow if it's for 90 minutes or not. Oscar Cortes still not, but in a good way doing his rehab. Rabbi Matondo also still not, but also in a good way, doing already warm-ups with the team and then being outside with the physios. Ritwan Yilmaz doing some parts of the training with the squad, but not fit enough yet. And Danilo on his way back, but not at his best form, of course, but he's getting better and better.
And you have Giannis back from suspension?
Yes.
That's good news for you?
Yeah, of course, the more players we have, the better it is. Also, with this amount of games you see every game, there are some people with niggles and small things, so we need to take everything in account. So I'm happy that it's back here.
What sort of game are you expecting up there?
A big battle. A team who play really physical football with fast transitions, using their speed in front. A very collective team with a very good team mentality. So in that way, not so much differences with what it was last season when we went there. Was quite similar in that way, but in another formation with some other players also.
Obviously, there's a gap between yourselves and Celtic and Aberdeen so early into the season. How much importance do you place on this match in that context?
Yeah, we're not busy with that because, like you say, it's early in the season. It's about us. It's about us taking the points. We need to take the points. We need to focus on that. So we're now, after this game, still in one quarter of the season or something. So it's last season we came back, we were in front, and at the end you don't get a title. So it's about us taking the points. It's all about that and not looking at the others, because you lose time, energy for nothing about that. It's about us taking as many points as possible and to raise our levels.
Have you told your players what sort of atmosphere they can expect up there, given the rivalry between the clubs?
I spoke already about some things, but of course we have one boy in the building who was there before with Connor. We have also several players who played there before. We have other new ones, so it's my task also, and I did today to speak about circumstances and the way a team will perform, how they will play against us. So yeah, they know.
You mentioned Connor there. There was a bit of resentment from Aberdeen fans when he decided to make the move here. Are you confident he'll be able to handle any criticism that comes his way from Aberdeen fans?
I worked with a lot of young players in my career. As player and as manager, he's one of the most mature that I met at that age. So it will be for him the first time like that. But I'm sure he's ready for that, and he's just focused on football. That's his strong point also. He's only busy with football and with his ambitions to become better and become important for this club. So I don't have any doubts about that.
Is this a game you feel you have to win tomorrow night?
We have to win every game. We have to win the first game of the season and we have to win the last game of the season. So there's no difference in that. We always want to win every game.
What would a win do you feel, not only for the league table but for the confidence and belief of?
There is a lot of confidence and belief in the team. It would help from the outside, maybe, the perception around the team and the evolution that the team is making. In that way, it can help a lot, but all the team has confidence to go there, to get a good result, but also a lot of respect towards Aberdeen, what they've been doing in this beginning of the season, and how they have played and how they took their points. So it's going to be a huge battle, like they showed also against other good teams in the league, that they played really well.
You talk about the perception of the team. Is the outside perception maybe different from what you see? You talk about there being a lot of potential in this squad and what you can do going forward, but a lot of people are focusing on the here and now and what they expect from the squad now. Do you think there's a bit of a disparity between the outside view and the view inside?
About the idea what the squad is now and what it will be in a couple of months, yeah, for sure. But that's normal. That's normal because people who don't see everything that's going on in the building, how people are training, how they are reacting, how they are playing, and you're not busy with that process, you only look at the results or one moment. And even then, it can be one moment really good. Whoa, this is a really good player, and next week he doesn't score and it's a really bad player. I think Czerny is a really good example in that way. 2-3 weeks ago, he was, for some people, a really bad player, and then he scored 5 goals in 4 games. So it's important as a player, as a manager, as a club, not to live those emotions, because if you do that, you will never create stability.
Philippe, you say it'll be a big battle and quite similar to matches last season, but what's different is Aberdeen's form and the results.
They played really well last season in that game that we played there. I speak about that peculiar game, that moment. So it was a tough battle, that moment, to get a result there. It will be that kind of game also again, with a slightly different formation. They played with 3 in the back in that moment. But it's also the really direct, using the pace in front, going into transitions in the set pieces really strong, and with a few really good signings that they made also to make more stability than they had last season. It's a really good team, so a lot of respect for them.
Yeah, and do you approach the match as you would any other this season, or are you tailoring?
Every game has another approach. So every game it's different, the style, what the strong points of an opponent, to take them out, and also where to find spaces for ourselves. So in that way you need to find every game different things also to win the game and to stop opponents. So this is another opponent than St. Mirren was, but St. Mirren was another opponent than Steaua Bucharest, and it's all season like that.
Yeah, well, if you look at the form and results, people may be tempted to think that Aberdeen were perhaps favourites going into this match. You'll disagree with that, but you can understand.
I don't speak about favourites before games, after games. I never do. I never said it about us also. It's just about tomorrow, who's the best team or who's the team who gets the points. And we're going to go full for you to get the 3 points. That's our mindset.
Philippe, how pleased have you been with Nico Raskin the last couple of games and his role? You spoke a couple of months ago, I think, about his role changing and him having to adapt. It seems like he's taken that on.
Yes, for sure. And it's an important part in that way. It's a player that we missed 9 months. And we had several of those. Danilo is also on that list. Oscar Cortes is also on this list. So it's important to have these kind of players back fit. Medical staff, performance staff, all the staff did a lot of job to get there. Was also a lot of job to get Nico to adapt to the story of football now. And he's taking it in a good way and showing good performances. We knew it was a good player, that we knew from before, but it needs to settle into the team also and to be complementary with all the other players. It's not to just put 11 good players on the pitch and to play a good game. It's about doing things together.
Are you excited about, you've spoken about confirmation before, are you excited to see how the team reacts tomorrow night?
Yes, that's a really big test. I think it's one of the biggest that you can have in this league, to go to Aberdeen now. So yeah, it's a really good challenge, and that's what you need with the team, to get these challenges and then to overcome them and to grow out of that.
Do you get excited to see how they'll react and see how they'll play?
I have a lot of confidence in that.
You'll have confidence in it, but do you get excited to see if Nico Raskin, for example, can continue that form? Can Bayrami start? Do you look forward to that kind of thing?
I'm looking forward to that, but I'm not excited by that. I'm excited by winning trophies. Then I get excited. Before that, never. So I want to see this team grow. I want to see them fight hard together. I want to see them work hard every day to become better. I want to see players who are ambitious. I want to see players who want to be part of a team, not thinking only about themselves, because we need a bigger squad than 11, 14, 15 players. It's different when you play in a team where you only have the domestic games. You have much more rest. You can do it with a smaller squad. We need a bigger squad because we have the European games also, and they are more than ever before now this season. So you need a rotation. So you need everybody to be ready for the job, ready for the team all the time, with all the egos, with all the importance, because playing a good game and then the next game not playing to be fresh for the next one, it's not always easy. So in that way, this group is behaving really well for the moment, and I will be very firm on that also, because that's what you need to be successful in 4 competitions. And we're working hard on that, and in that way it's exciting to see all the dynamics, how everybody reacts, how everybody behaves. I think it's good, the article that Nana, for example, did after the game or before the game, I don't know. After the game, how Tav spoke with him. That's what we need in a team. So we need to continue in that way all season, and then really good things will come out of this season.